What is up, everybody? Jordan and Jeff here from the XS Show. Today we're talking Super Mario Odyssey impressions. Game's been out for just about a week now. This will be a spoiler-free discussion. Neither one of us have finished it, full disclosure, so that's why we're calling this an impressions video, not necessarily a review. So far, I'm having a super good time with it.
Oh yeah, me too.
How far are you?
I am, spoiler free, I am just past New Donk City.
Okay. I just made it to New Donk City myself. When you get there, you'll see, but there's a couple different ways that you can see New Donk City. I am past the first way. I am into the second form of it, for lack of a better description. Having a super good time with it. First thoughts as soon as you were able to jump around.
It's really responsive. It controls really well. All the aspects from Mario 64, they've taken it up a level and made it more responsive.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah. I agree. It controls extremely well. If you like the control scheme for Mario 64, you're going to love this because it's very similar but streamlined. You got a couple new moves you can pull off, and the animations for it all are great. They line up really well with all the inputs. I haven't had any problem with command lag or anything like that. It's been real smooth, real fun. As soon as you can take control of Mario, you're going to think, holy crap, this feels so much like Mario 64. So, if you've played a little bit of this, you know that the goal of this game, instead of capturing stars or shines, this time you're collecting power moons. The cool part about this game is that, so just talking like Sunshine, in terms of Sunshine and Mario 64, a lot of times there would be, in a 64 level, there would be between, 10 and 15 stars per level.
Right.
They have gone bonkers with this game. One of the levels, you can look at a power moon list in your menu, has upwards of 60 moons, and this is one level.
Yeah.
The cool part about it, and one of my favorite things, is when you pick up a power moon this time, it doesn't boot you back to a hub world. You can just continue to collect and farm them, which I think is great.
Right. A lot of people have complained about no hub world, but for me, it's almost like they combined Mario 3 with the worlds are like selectable on, like if it was Mario 3, you'd be like, this is this world, this is this world, and each one is its own Super Mario 64 or Sunshine world.
Yeah. It's great. I don't have a problem with there not being a hub world, quote unquote. I think it's very fluid. It doesn't take much time to get from one world to the other or anything like that. Enemy design this time around, you've got all your classic guys. You've got Goombas, Lakitus, Koopa Troopas, but you've also got a lot of new characters for this series. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's a lot of new stuff to find. And one of the cool things you can do with this is hit them with Cappy.
Right.
And why don't you tell them a little bit about what that can do for you?
Well, Cappy is your newfound friend. Your hat gets shredded at the beginning of the game, and you get a replacement, and it's a ghost-type character, I guess.
It kind of looks like a Boo with big cartoon eyes.
Yeah. And he ends up being your hat. And the cool thing is you can flick that out, and you can take control of your enemies. And so when you do that, like almost all the enemies you run into, there are very few exceptions, you can take them over and use their functions.
Yeah, the cool part is it's not necessarily just enemies either. There's a couple friendlies that you can take over to use their abilities to reach places that you couldn't with Mario alone, or destroy things that you couldn't with Mario or Cappy. It's just so much fun. That's the word that keeps coming to my mind when I talk about this game, is it's just fun. If I was going to, like for Zelda, the word I assign to it in my mind every time I think about Breath of the Wild is exploration.
Vast.
Yeah. But for this one, every time I think about it or I talk about it, it's just fun.
Yeah.
And it's just plain old fun. It is simple enough for younger people to play it, but there's enough to do for older gamers like us to play and keep us busy for a very long time. Some of the moons are just kind of they're just kind of laying around in the levels. You just kind of got to stumble upon them, and other ones actually require you to kind of think a little bit, which I can appreciate them. You know, like my wife could play it with me,
Right.
and she could have fun. She could probably find 10 or 15 moons on her own if she wanted to. She's not the biggest gamer at all, but then I could take over and find some of the more complex or better hidden things. Music in this game is super good. Soundtrack ranges from jazzy to full bands to I don't know, like region-centric sort of things.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Some of it changes as you progress, even.
Yeah.
Like you're on the same level with a different soundtrack. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Sound design is excellent. There's a really good use of the HD rumble in this. Hasn't seemed like there's a whole lot of that on a lot of games that I've played outside of Zelda per se. But one of the things that I picked up on immediately is the ship that you get from world to world on in this game is called the Odyssey. But as it's traveling, you can hear the engine on the game, but they've lined up the HD rumble with it, so it actually feels like a little engine in your hands. It's the craziest thing, and it's hard to describe unless you experience it for yourself.
Right.
So again, I think Nintendo's just sort of hit another home run. Just seems like they keep doing it.
Right.
I don't think any other first-party titles have missed. Even games that I'm not necessarily as interested in, like Mario and Rabbids. Not something that was on my radar, but you picked it up, brought it over. It's really good. It's very well done. So, I don't know. It's just they continue to amaze me, and they keep making quality stuff. I look forward to playing more and getting this thing beat. I know I'm taking the more direct route to yours. We kind of did the same thing with Zelda 2.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of getting enough moons to move on to the next level and then coming back, whereas you're being a little bit more thorough in
Right,
your
and I
expression.
also noticed when I was watching you play, it's the same thing that we did with Zelda. It's sandbox enough to where your completion of the same objective, you're doing completely different than I did.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool thing, meaning that a game can be played again and you won't have the exact same straight line experience.
Yeah, even all the way down to how you fight a boss.
Right.
So, if you have a Switch, I don't know how you don't have this game. If you've got one, you have to have Zelda. You have to have Mario Odyssey, and if you didn't do Mario Kart on Wii U, you should probably pick that one up too. But overall, fantastic game. I don't know if for me it's game of the year. I think Zelda is still holding that spot, just because there was so freaking much to do. But that said, I have no clue how far into Odyssey I am being at New Donk City. I don't know if that's the halfway point or if I'm getting close to the end of the story. So, who knows? My opinion may change after I finish it.
Right.
How about for you? Where is it sitting?
I think the same way. Zelda is still holding that little piece of my heart that nobody else is going to take.
No pun intended. Your heart container, right? Yeah. I mean, pick it up if you haven't. I don't know why you're not playing it. Turn off this video. Go buy it. Play it right now. You'll love it. So let us know in the comments below if you have picked it up. Tell us what your favorite level is. What's your favorite ability? What do you think of the outfits? We didn't even really touch on that. Every level's got a different outfit you can get. What's your favorite outfit combination? Right now I'm wearing a pilot's jacket and what's on my head? Yeah, construction worker hat. So it's cool like that.
I'm wearing a cowboy hat and the explorer's outfit.
Okay.
So I'm kind of Indiana Jones again.
Gotcha. I like it. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us here on the Access Show. As always, I have been Jordan, joined by my best friend here,
Jeff.
We'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.